let's suppose I understand at this point that I haven't been doing everything exactly the way I should have been. I've been sold a bill of goods by the feminist agenda that's been pumping through our school system, and haven't been really taught by the priest from the pulpit, and that really what's being taught here at the Citadel is the real Catholic Church teaching about traditional Catholic family and marriage. So I need to do some things differently. What do I do? Well, that's going to obviously mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It all depends, and here we really don't have any intent of criticizing anybody's situation or making anyone feel guilty. And in all actuality, it is heartbreaking to me to see the number of divorces that have happened because of the anguish and disheartenedness that happens for the couples themselves by not having been able to fulfill their vow to God of permanence in marriage. And I know that's a lot of emotional turmoil that they have to go through. But in addition to that, what their children go through. And just witnessing that and seeing that so common in our society today is the reason Citadel Catholic Media exists, the reason we're putting ourselves through the trouble of doing this. You'll have couples of different levels, different stages in their marriages that can make some adjustments. And the most common thing amongst all those is going to be that we have to be in it for the long haul. The whole point is, the answer to the question is, start moving in that direction. And there's a lot of things we talked about. If we go back to the 17th part of the Family Matters, that pretty much is our foundation and lays out the common things amongst all these families that the church has given us, and with today's world, the things that work, the things that are going to make a family, Catholic family, work in this society today. We've seen so many families commonly practice these things, that if they do them, they will work. So start moving in that direction, and be patient, but still be diligent. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. I could give you my particular example as a start, and not necessarily everybody has to do this particular thing because it doesn't fit everybody. But I'm able to work from an office that's right in front of my house. 10 years ago, I was employed by a firm. I was working for somebody else. But I was still the only one working. My wife wasn't working. We were still homeschooling and doing all these other things that we mentioned. But over time, I realized that it'd be best if I be self-employed, that it'd be best if I worked real close to home. And it took about a good 7-8 years of going through the process of those changes. So let's say, for instance, the most common one would be the husband being the provider. Very commonly, almost exclusively today, the wife is going to work outside the home. The mom is going to work outside the home. So what do we do about that? Well, we start to change it. We start moving in a direction. We put a financial plan together that maybe doesn't emphasize so much at the college education of the kids and emphasizes more of saving their soul today. Okay, so we start changing our focus and looking at what's most important for our kids. And so then we say, well, let's change the allocation of where we put our money. How are we using our money? And start scaling back on maybe how much money we need. So we start changing things up. We will instead start getting mom to work less. Maybe she can move into a part-time situation. Or maybe she can move into a working from home situation so that she can be there more for the kids. This is the kind of gradual change that I'm talking about. If there's some debt there, work at a plan of retiring that debt so that she doesn't have to be there as much. And then start working on if the next solution, the next thing in line would be to homeschool the kids. Start getting into an environment where we can put ourselves in a situation of homeschooling and gradually bring the kids home. The next thing after that might be to be open to having more children. So it's a gradual change, but we start looking at a big term, a big picture and a long-term focus, and start making the changes. And again, this is mainly emphasizing at those younger couples. For a couple whose children are in high school or almost out, the answer to that question might be completely different. But the whole idea is to look at the things that we need to change and start changing them. God bless you.